Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Future Way. Next, we're going to talk about two new Canada permanent residency pathways for rural communities. On January 30, 2025, the Government of Canada launched two groundbreaking per-residency pilots designed to revitalize rural and francophone minority communities across the country. This video, the Rural Community Immigration Pilot and the Francophone Community Immigration Pilot, aim to address demographic decline, labor shortages, and the underrepresentation of immigrants in less urbanized areas. These pilots seek to breathe new life into regions that have long been overlooked by traditional immigration pathways. On January 30, 2025, the Government of Canada unveiled two transformative permanent residency pilots aimed at bolstering the economic and cultural vitality of rural and francophone minority communities across the nation. These video, the Rural Community Immigration Pilot and the Francophone Community Immigration Pilot, are set to redefine how newcomers integrate into less urbanized regions, providing a fresh influx of talent and diversity to areas often overlooked in traditional immigration pathways. Rural and francophone Canada. Background: the rural landscapes and francophone communities outside Quebec have long been the heartbeats of cultural diversity and economic resilience. However, these areas frequently grapple with demographic decline and labor shortages as the majority of immigrants gravitate towards urban centers like Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal. This disparity has highlighted the need for targeted immigration strategies that cater specifically to the unique needs of these regions. The Rural Community Immigration Pilot, the RCIP, is designed to empower rural communities by ensuring they have access to the workforce necessary for growth and sustainability. Launched with the backing of the Honourable Mark Miller, this pilot builds on the success of the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot, which has proven effective in matching skilled workers with job opportunities in remote areas. 14 communities from across the country, including Pico County in Nova Scotia, North Bay in Ontario, and West County in British Columbia, have been selected to benefit from this program. Full eligibility criteria for Rural Community Immigration Pilot. As per IRCC, to apply for permanent residence through the Rural Community Immigration Pilot, you must have a valid job offer from a designated employer in the community, have at least 1 year 1,560 hours of related work experience in the past 3 years that count as related work experience. Your work experience must be at a skill level related to the National Occupational Classification Training. Education experience and responsibilities category of your job offer include the actions listed in the description of your NUC and include most of the main duties. Job offer is TEER 0 or 1 year work experience must be in TEER 0, 1, 2, or 3. The job offer is TEER 2. Your work experience must be in TEER 1, 2, 3, or 4. The job offer is TEER 3 or 4. Your work experience must be in TEER 2, 3, or 4. The job offer is TEER 5. Your work experience must be in the same 5-digit NOC code, exception for healthcare workers if your work experience is in NOC 31301. Registered nurses and student who graduated from a public post-secondary school in the community with an eligible credential in a program of 2 years or longer, and you studied full-time for the entire program. Your credential no more than 18 months before applying for permanent residence, were in the community for at least 16 of the last 24 months while studying a master's degree or higher that took 2 years or less. Then you studied full-time for your entire degree, got your degree no more than 18 months before applying for permanent residence, were in the community for the length of your studies. This exemption does not apply to international graduates if your credential is from a program where studying English or French made up more than half of the program, learning made up more than half of the program, received a scholarship or fellowship that requires you to return to your home country to use what you learned. What is an eligible credential? An eligible credential means a degree, diploma, certificate, trade, or apprenticeship credential from a publicly funded Canadian post-secondary institution in the recommending community. The minimum score you need depends on the category of your job offer: TEER 0 or 1, CLB 6, TEER 2 or 3, CLB 5, TEER 4 and 5. CLB 4 have a Canadian educational credential or the foreign equivalent: Canadian secondary school, high school, recognized Canadian post-secondary certificate, diploma, or degree from a designated learning institution for education outside of Canada, an educational credential assessment report from a designated organization or professional body that is less than 5 years old on the date you Apply shows you complete education a foreign credential equal to a Canadian secondary school high school diploma or Canadian post-secondary certificate diploma or degree. Prove you have enough money to support your transition and your family's transition into the community as listed below. Table here full list of eligible communities for Rural Community Immigration Pilot. 1 Peace Lead BC 2 County NS 3 North Bay 4th Sudbury on 5 times Ontario 1 Sault Ste. Marie Ontario 2 Thunder Bay Ontario 3 Steiner Manitoba 4 Land MB 1 Brandon Manitoba 2 Moose Jaw Saskatchewan 3 Class Hole AB 4 West Side BC 5 North Okanagan Show Swap BC. The Francophone Community Immigration Pilot. Parallel to the RCIP, the FCIP focuses on enhancing the demographic and linguistic presence of French speaking individuals in Francophone minority communities outside of Quebec. This video is part of a broader commitment to bilingualism and cultural preservation. 6 communities including the Acadian Peninsula in New Brunswick, Sudbury and Times in Ontario are part of this initiative. These areas are known for their vibrant French-speaking cultures and are in dire need of demographic reinforcement to maintain their linguistic identity. The FLIP aims to increase the number of French-speaking immigrants, thereby supporting economic development and reversing demographic decline. It aligns with IRCC Francophone immigration policy, which seeks to enhance the presence of French-speaking Canadians outside Quebec. Communities participating in the FCIP also benefit from the Welcoming Francophone Communities initiative, which provides additional support for integrating newcomers, ensuring they have the resources to thrive culturally and economically. The following is a full list of communities that will participate in the Francophone Community Immigration Pilot: Kelowna, British Columbia, Acadian Peninsula NB, Sudbury on Timmins, Ontario, Superior East Region on St. Pierre, Jolie MB. Government commitment and vision. The introduction of these pilots reflects a strategic pivot towards inclusive immigration policies that recognize the potential of all regions. The Honourable Mark Miller emphasized the government's dedication. Rural and Francophone communities are vital to Canada's growth and cultural diversity, and we value the unique contributions that newcomers make in these places. By welcoming skilled immigrants to these areas, we are addressing labor shortages and economic needs while promoting the benefits of living in a smaller town or city. Our commitment to supporting these regions reflects our belief that each one matters. That is why we will make the RINP a permanent program and why we are introducing these 2 new pilots. We'll continue to work closely with these communities as we work to connect businesses with the skilled workers they need to thrive. This vision is echoed by the Honourable Goody Hutchings, Minister of Rural Economic Development and Minister responsible for the Atlantic Canada Opportunities Agency, who sees these programs as pivotal for rural economic development. When our rural and remote communities succeed, Canada succeeds. It's as simple as that. Through the Rural Community Immigration Pilot and the Francophone Community Immigration Pilot, your federal government is helping to fill jobs and drive growth in our magical small communities, making life better for everyone who lives there. Quick facts and insights. Policy background. The initiatives follow the release of an immigration system for Canada's future in October 2023, which outlines strategies for a more adaptive immigration system tailored to regional needs. Retention success. The RNIP has shown promising results with an 87% retention rate of newcomers in participating communities as of October 2022. Impact numbers. By the end of 2024, 8,580 individuals had secured permanent residency through the RNIP, significantly impacting sectors critical to rural economies. The launch of the RCIP and FCIP by the of the country can thrive with the launch of these transformative pilots. Canada is embracing a future where all regions, rural and Francophone communities alike, can thrive by welcoming newcomers and ensuring they integrate seamlessly into the fabric of these areas. The Government of Canada is paving the way for sustained economic growth, cultural diversity, and stronger communities. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.